Tattoos are more popular than ever in many parts of the world. The number of people with tattoos has increased dramatically in recent years. Tattoos are not just for delinquents or rebels anymore. The edginess of rebellion historically associated with tattoos is starting to wear off. The Bible doesn't talk about whether it's okay for Christians to get tattoos, so we can't say for sure if it's a sin. Since the Bible doesn't mention it, getting a tattoo is like a gray area. Believers should listen to what they believe is right and respect others who might have different opinions. Here are some general biblical principles that may apply to getting a tattoo. Children are to honor and obey their parents. Ephesians 6:1-2. For a minor to get a tattoo in violation of his or her parents' wishes is biblically unsupportable. Tattoos born of rebellion are sinful. Outward adornment is not as important as the development of the inner self and should not be the focus of a Christian. 1 Peter 3:3-4. A person who desires a tattoo to garner attention or draw admiration has a vain, sinful focus on self. God sees the heart, and our motivation for anything we do should be to glorify God. 1 Corinthians 10:31. Motivations for getting a tattoo, such as to fit in, to stand out, etc., fall short of the glory of God. The tattoo itself may not be a sin, but the motivation in getting it might be. Our bodies, as well as our souls, have been redeemed and belong to God. The believer's body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. How much modification of that temple is appropriate? Is there a line that should not be crossed? Is there a point at which the proliferation of tattoos on one body ceases to be art and starts becoming sinful mutilation? This should be a matter of individual reflection and honest prayer. We are Christ's ambassadors, delivering God's message to the world, 2 Corinthians 5:20. What message does the tattoo send, and will it aid or detract from representing Christ and sharing the gospel? Whatever does not come from faith is sin. Romans 14:23. So the person getting the tattoo should be fully convinced that it is God's will for him or her. We cannot leave the discussion of tattoos without looking at the Old Testament law that prohibited tattoos. The reason for the prohibition of tattoos in this passage is not stated, but it is likely that tattooing was a pagan practice connected with idolatry and superstition. It was probably common for the pagans to mark their skin with the name of a false god or with a symbol honoring some idol. God demanded that his children be different, as he reminded them in the same verse, "I am the Lord." The Israelites belonged to him. They were his workmanship, and they should not bear the name of a false god on their bodies. While New Testament believers are not under the Mosaic law, we can take from this command the principle that if a Christian chooses to get a tattoo, it should never be for superstitious reasons or to promote worldly philosophy. The bottom line is that getting a tattoo is not a sin per se. It is a matter of Christian freedom and should be guided by biblical principles and rooted in love.